Let's finish this.
Chucky's aggressive.
Welcome to the next level.
Hell, it only took about a decade, but finally, Jason is coming to Dead by Daylight. I wanted to talk about what Jason coming to DBD means for the state of the game, talk about the license and the lore, possible skins, maps, etc. And first off, Jasonuniverse has the license for parts 2 to 8, so any of that can be utilized by the developers of Dead by Daylight. Now anything past that is owned by Warner Brothers. Think Jason X, Freddy vs. Jason, Jason Goes to Hell. There was a very dicey lawsuit that well known that affected the Friday the 13th game from Gun Media and Ilphonic. That game eventually shut down and may or may not have, regardless of that lawsuit, but that's a story for another day. It's funny how so many people were watching a trailer of A Cabin in the Woods, the teaser trailer for this Jason coming to DVD. We saw the reveal, and while I'm stoked and excited about it, I do have some concerns. Now, if you may have noticed, it says Jason's coming, not Friday the 13th. Now, that doesn't mean Pamela can't get involved, is what I'm hearing, which is strange, though, because the whole copyright issue was over part 1. And Jason, the boy who would eventually become the immortal slasher icon in parts 2 and above. No map or survivors are mentioned, but they have a lot of time, including a live stream planned before then, so there may still be hope of one or both. If you didn't know, June 14th is the launch date for this. Springtrap was revealed, if you might remember, without any mention of a map, and we got a really well done map there, with the killer obviously. No survivor. Now if you were to go a survivor route and add one in for this chapter, there's so many ways that they could go. Either any of the characters from the movies, or would they even, dare I say, license out characters, survivors from Friday the 13th, the game? That would be amazing, that would be cool, that would be beneficial for all parties monetarily. Well, except you and I and the whales out there that buy up every cosmetic known to man. Now, they set the bar very high with that Trickster map. Very well done map, epic map, looks gorgeous. Now, I want to say that with the next map offering, it's going to have to either be on par with that, or it's going to have to surpass it. Otherwise, I'm going to be very disappointed. But if they come out with something Friday the 13th related, something from the movie, then I'm very much looking forward to this. And again, the Survivor thing, hopefully they do add a Survivor or more. Now, as far as the mask goes, I'm not too fond of that design. I'm not. And some people are, more power to you. Let me know in the comment section if you like it. I don't. And I know a lot of people don't. I want to see one of the masks from the movie. What they'll probably do is nickel and dime us. I can see it now. And maybe they'll give us one for free. Who knows? Maybe they'll toss a bone. But I just see them, charging for different masks. Which is crazy, though. Because usually, well, I guess you do get a different... He has a different outfit on each thing. So it's not just the mask. But it's still kind of crazy if you're paying for... part 2, part 3, part 4, part 5, so on. At, $10 or $15 a pop. That's just nuts.
I don't want to miss the hot chicks at the party.
They're out there, Jason. Find them and get your revenge.
Well, I do think it's awesome that Jason is coming to DVD. It does worry me that Friday the 13th per se wasn't mentioned and isn't necessarily coming, so it might just be a one and done, just a character. Maybe not. Who knows? Only time will tell. I do worry too that the player base, the toxic fans, the toxic community, the cheaters, the people that just send you some off the wall. I've gotten some off the wall messages on whether killer, survivor, whether I got out, whether I didn't, whether I kill 4 or none. I've gotten some off the wall messages from people telling me all sorts of things that I'm not going to mention here because I don't want to get demonetized, and I'm not even going to pay that any mind. Most of the time I just move on. But everybody's not thick-skinned, and some of that stuff is like borderline. Let's just put it like this. stuff that could get people in a lot of trouble with some of the things they were saying. So part of me worries that how they will treat this and how, because you're going to get new fans, new people coming into the game. How are they going to be treated? Are they just going to be, one and done, booted up by the game, by Friday the 13th, by Jason, and, play a couple rounds or play maybe just one round and then just be immediately turned off by the people that play this game? That's got a lot to do with everything. And a lot of people that are coming in from Friday the 13th, the game, are just still not going to like DBD because it's completely different. You'd have to change up the gameplay. It's not the same thing. On the positive side, because I don't want to sound all negative, because I'm very excited about this chapter. I'm very excited about the reveal. I'm very excited about this update. I'm very excited for the anniversary. Don't get me wrong. I do want to say, though, that I have some concern about the launch, and while I think it's going to do great numbers and probably even better numbers than Springtrap did, I wonder how the devs are going to handle it, the behavior. Are they capable? Are we going to have crashes? Or are we just going to have, this game is held together by spaghetti code. So I'm concerned, mildly worried. We'll see. I expect big things out of them, though. So hopefully everything goes well. And hopefully they've got the 2v8 license for him already locked down, because we need some new killers there. I'm serious. I'm starting to prefer that mode, maybe just because it's casual, even though it seems sweaty as bleep at times. But I do prefer that mode to the 1v4. Just 1v4 seems a little too slow and a little too stale at this point, and people using the same perks over and over again. So it's just, I don't know. It's not as fun anymore. And it's just killers bringing in the same slowdown perks, and survivors bringing in the same, the same chases, the same pallets, the same everything. It's just, it gets a little stale after you've been playing for over a decade, But I'm still looking forward to this chapter, and I think it's going to be huge for all parties involved. And I just hope people don't ruin it. And I hope the fans just, appreciate what they got. And I know people are upset they didn't get Pennywise or they didn't get Slender Man, or you've still got hopefully many, many more years to come. And so don't complain. Don't just, eventually they'll get to them. And this can only open up the eyes of more gamers, and hopefully the community just learns to relax and chill. It's just a game. If you die, move on to the next match. If you got slugged, just move on to the next match. Cuss all you want in your house. Maybe bitch and moan on stream. I don't know and I don't care. But just move on to the next match. You don't have to message everybody. Most people have the settings turned off anyway, where they can't even get messaged. But if you're on PC, that's different. You just get the end game chat. And obviously, you can always, there's ways to find people on different platforms. If you go out of your way to find somebody on a different platform, which that happened to me once, where somebody seeked me out on YouTube or X, Twitter. If you go that much to go harass somebody, like, you've got issues. You got some serious issues. So you need to deal with that. And not worry about Dead by Daylight, the game, as much. But that's a whole nother story for another day. Hopefully you're excited like I am about what this chapter means, about Jason coming in. It's long overdue. Obviously, I'm a huge fan of DBD. I was a huge fan of Friday the 13th, the game. A lot of my earlier videos were focused on both. I still do DBD videos. I still do videos in general, even though it doesn't seem like that sometimes. But, I talk about anything and everything on this channel, and it's channel's basically about just stuff I love. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. What do you think about Jason coming to DBD? Are you ready? You got your wallet ready? My wallet's about to burn a hole through that thing. Oh yeah, so one more thing. Ghostface. If you notice with Ghostface, like, he's in there, but they've licensed the character from the costume maker, and it's just basically the costume. It's not anything from Scream, none of the survivors. It's not, the killer per se, so he's not using the phone or what have you. It's just the likeness. So that might be what's going on here, and it may always be like that. Who knows? Maybe they'll pony up. Maybe one day they'll spend on the entire Scream license. I don't know. We'll see. But again, I'm looking forward to this chapter. Hopefully you are too. Well, if you weren't, you wouldn't be watching this video. I do thank you for watching. Enjoy the rest of the videos. Just gameplay. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And you can follow me at different outlets, and all that stuff should be in the description. Again, thank you. Enjoy. And as a Friday the 13th Jason fan, as a Dead by Daylight fan, I, one point never thought this day would come. So I'm very excited. I am very surprised, even though I'm not surprised, as I thought as the 10th anniversary, it's either going to be Jason or it's going to be Pennywise. It's going to be something big, and it was. So I'm happy. So hopefully you are too. And you toxic people, don't ruin it for everybody else. Thank you for watching. It's been Next Level Taken. Until next time.
A few moments later.
Let's finish